not allowed to affect a student progress with the desired knowledge, seeking pathway, or hindering their graduate prospects. He established Halle Management Consultancies in Sugalbal, Burj Khalifa back in 2012 at the age of 22. With his own funding, raised from his previous work since with HSBC, Masterware in the banking domain, and direct selling opportunities. The name Halle in HMC was derived from his loving grandmother, Halima, who he still considers a role model and inspiration to date. He also acts as a mentor to his fellow youngsters, advising them on career prospects across various verticals and small startup businesses as a part of his Paying It Forward CSR policy. Under his leadership, Maverick Business Academy London, with a young team and eminent pool of faculty, acts as a hub for 20+ undergrad and postgrad qualifications delivered by 8+ universities and awarding bodies. He is the prominent reason and mastermind for Russian Business School brand foray into the GCC, MENA and African regions, with his realistic business strategies rooted to the ground sentiments. He is currently working on multiple international projects, out of which he is working with top government delegates in over 10 African countries and the Balkan region for conducting Russian programs, UK qualifications, and deploying international student exchange programs and internships. In 2019, he was recognized as the top 100 educators in the region by the Global Forum for Education and Learning in the USA and EU, which was followed by a plethora of awards recognizing his immense contribution in the field of experiential learning and transnational education, and was recently inducted into the board committee of His Highness Sheikh Fazil as a senior board advisor for educational and investment-related projects. Please welcome the charismatic Group CEO and founder of Maverick Business Academy London, UK, and Halle Management UAE, Mr. Fazil Sheikh.
Reception or an ovation I hardly expected even in my rarest of dreams. Thank you so much, and all, I don't have any words but just to express my heartfelt gratitude for the people ahead of me and the people who are on the dais with me. So, wonderful evening to the distinguished guests as well, as we call in close of the graduation. I know there are many hungry and growling and grumbling stomachs out there, but be rest assured there's a delicious, lavish buffet that's going to be served, and everybody in this room will be feasted tonight. So, coming to the 7th chapter, wow, what a ride it has been, and our first graduation ceremony after 3 years, that is post the COVID. But at this juncture, we first thank Almighty for His blessings, for allowing us to stand here in good health and in good composure in order to serve the people. That is the most important part. And I take this as an immense honor to share the dais with such amazing intellectual excellence in terms of academics and the plethora of business practices they have. So I thank wholeheartedly the team Rushford for allowing us to present this EPD for the first time for Rushford in this region. Thank you, Rushford Business School. See, this is the best part of the graduation for me because it is done once in a year, and this is the time you actually get to thank people from the bottom of your heart and allowing others to understand the importance of being recognized and rewarded, because everybody needs such a backing after such hardships, as many of our doctoral graduates said. Now, to begin with, I would like to thank and sincerely thank all the distinguished chief guests and our guest of honor, starting with His Excellency Dr. Albino Malungo, and then we had Dr. Shafiqa, Dr. Hanif, Dr. Marcin, Dr. Mustafa Sasa, Lutz, and few others. Thank you so much, all of you. And I know how busy schedule it is, but taking time out and coming and encouraging our graduates and youngsters and even our doctoral superstars means a lot to us. And now coming to, again, Rushford, and I would like to start with Dr. Tufail. Whenever I call Dr. Tufail, I feel distanted because I lovingly call him as my brother, big brother. The reason is, when things were topsy-turvy, right, in your life, you always need a companion, right? You need a companion, whether in your personal or professional or business, and I think he was a godly sent angel for me. Thank you, Dr. Tufail. And he is a researcher, scientist, doctor, but it all started off with just a phone call and a couple of tea meetings in the late night, but we actually, along with Rushford and Dr. Abdul Wahid, Dr. Kanika, Dr. Flavio, everybody worked tremendously hard to put up this great show, to put up this great event and honor all these doctoral candidates. So thank you. Thanks a lot. And again, to extend my thanks to the Rushford fraternity, especially to Dr. Tufail Saib, because what he has achieved in a period of the last 2 decades, he's a highly inspiring figure for me. He believes in creating newer values, newer propositions. I think that's where our core ethos and values matched. And that is the result of this beautiful partnership. And this is not going to stop here. It's going to grow more and grow more and more. And definitely we will have to impact a lot of lives under this partnership. So thanks again. Now coming to, what should I say? I have many people to thank, but definitely I will thank each and everybody before I get off on this stage. And yes, now my doctoral candidates. I mean, guys, especially the students and even the audience, each and every one of these Mavericks sitting over here are a galaxy or a galactic experience and exposure of what they have achieved and applied over a period of time and received their European professional doctorate and BBAs and the PhD. Give them a big round of applause to all the doctoral graduates. Today I truly feel like we are in a United Nations summit. The reason is we have Switzerland here, and we have Poland here, and we have Angola here, and Emiratis here, and then at the back if we start, we have Dr. Abu from Malaysia, then Emmanuel from Ghana, and then we have another Ghanaian businessman, then we have Germany, then we have again fellow Ghanaian candidates, then we have a South African, we have an Indian. What else anybody could ask for? Big round of applause for all the superstars. So as I said, all these incredible candidates have a great story to tell, and the idea of the EPD and the Rushford Maverick collaboration is to find, these superstars who are hidden and bring them to the front light and inspire the other younger generation on how they started. See, it's not all about what you study in the books or what you study in pragmatic theory, wherein you will be only allowed to be confined within the book. But what you have here, guys, are tried and tested materials of knowledge which you can't get anywhere on planet Earth, certified and guaranteed. So again, big shout out to all the doctoral superstars. When I had the opportunity or the privilege to be a part of the panel of the assessment and the ratification, especially when we had the designing practitioner professional review, I was stunned by every entrepreneur story here, and it kept me inspiring because you look up to these people. You need such a people. You don't need an external influence when you have heroes from your own community. EPD is about finding the heroes from your own community, and we have such amazing heroes here who have not only impacted the society, who have not just impacted, let's say, their workforce, but they have a macroeconomical effect. That's what makes them special. So big round of applause again. See, the best best part, many people think that, okay, being entrepreneur is fancy, it's all about making millions of money and then having a great lifestyle. Trust me, it is not. Trust me. And I can answer on behalf of all these candidates sitting there and for everybody in this room, because what motivates them is not the $1 million in the bank, but the millions of hearts that they impact on a daily basis. That's what makes them special champions. For example, if you take the case of Dr. Abu, he specializes in Waqf, Islamic banking and finance, social, community oriented. And then you have Emmanuel. That gentleman started off as a college kid in the UK, started selling real estate from day one. You understand the kind of thought process they have. The business DNA runs in their blood. And then we have Mr. Gift. True to his name, he's so gifted with creating and branding and building things which is impacted in the community and the society in a positive way. And then we have Dr. Heikki. She is known as someone who can overturn any existing business and puts it in a profitable way, which she has done with Tommy Hilfiger and CK. Correct me ma'am if I'm wrong. Yeah? Well done. And then we have one of the finest superstars who's just right over here, who's been humbled to receive the award. I mean, his story moved actually all of us when we had the personal and professional interview. At the age of 1 or 2 or 3, I think, he had none. He had none. He used to walk in a dark bush where no electricity is there, and he grew up with his grandparents. Correct me if I'm wrong, Isaac. Yeah? Not bad. I mean, he's a little bit okay. So what I'm trying to say is such stories, just tell you that nothing is impossible and you always can find your way out, and these are testimonies to that. So are the other superstars. Thank you, Isaac, for inspiring us. And then we have Michael Owusu, who is a computer scientist, donned many roles, and he's been phenomenal in taking Keith Group with his strategic leadership abilities. Not everybody is gifted with that. You can only do that when you look at the welfare of others. So Michael has done great in that. And then we have Nathan, another amazing personality, wonderful individual. And I still remember when we had our interview, I was driving in the car, but still I kept his story on. And I asked him, what drives you and what has built you this much. He clearly said, I'm a mix. I'm a blend of my father and mother. I still remember that. Mother's calculated risk and father's risk-taking ability, and that's what built him. And today, this humble gentleman has a company that does a turnover of $37 million annually. And not just that, he supports 26,500 job seekers with regular knowledge and career guidance and a lot of other programs that is going to be impactful for the society. So thank you, Dr. Nathan, for inspiring us. And then we have the fun and frolic, the dynamic, Osai Monsu Dixon. This gentleman, I don't know, he is a university by himself, has multiple qualifications to his credit, but still, when such candidates come and pursue the EPD with Maverick and Rushford, it gives us, it reinstores the hope and faith that what we are doing is right. He's the legal expert and of Ministry of Defense for Ghana, and in such a busy time, he also practices law and helps and supports. I still remember the indigenous communities for whom he consults for free. Am I right to say that, sir? So well done. So give him a round of applause as well. Why I'm sharing all this, my dear students and audience, is because you don't get to see such people in your daily walks and talks of life unless and until this has been highlighted. Unless and until you feel touched and moved by it. Unless and until you really want to action something on it and take away something positive to your home and apply it. That is the pure sole reason why we handpick our selective bachelor's and master's students to interact with such legendary stalwarts and learn from them and apply in the future. Now, coming to the charming Alenia, wow, man, what a journey we have had. One of my best PhD students ever, and met 3 years back. I still remember in French Bakery for a quick chat, and what started off on her entrepreneurial research, dived into PhD due to COVID, and she did not want to give up. She was busy. She is the, I would say, the messiah for the couples who want to be blessed with babies. It's a Midas trust that has given life to the people. So thank you for inspiring us, Dr. Delania. And with your 60,000 word pieces for the 3 years that we went through, and for your defense to get it, wow, inspiring. Thank you. Coming to Gabriel, wow, what do I tell you about him? Because we share a long way, right? I mean, he was not only our master's student, and he's been one of our prolific supporter. Once in a while, even though we are miles apart, he says, "Hey bro, how are you doing?" You know, that particular quality, the endearing part, being empathetic, you know, just checking on people who know you, who matters to you, is what defines Gabriel. But he's much more beyond that. You know, he's very silent. But imagine having a $900 million portfolio on your hand is not an easy task to handle. So, Dr. Gabriel, thanks for inspiring us too. Soman sir, I don't have words. I have to find it in the dictionary. Unless and until we have a new dictionary that can allow me to brief you or let's say elaborate you. I mean, this gentleman is a pure living testimony that learning is just like breathing. It never stops. It never stops. If you see his profile, even at this age, he's so humble. He comes and attends our coaching, mentoring, and comprehensive academic support classes just to understand knowledge and without any ego. And he has built an empire for himself and consistently wants to improve and upgrade, which is a rare trait in people these days. So thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot. Big round of applause to them. And to all my dear students out there, words can't thank you much, and it's been a great ride with all of you. Thank you for investing your trust in us, you know, and we had some difficult days and difficult times due to COVID. The process was delayed and things were slow, but together we stood, and here to see you on stage was a phenomenal experience, especially for me. So again, to all the graduates, thank you. Now coming to the final segment, yes, we have to have an end to any speech, but I think yes, I have thanked all the dignitaries, and now coming to my team. And we have this year faced a lot of turbulence in times of the economic climate and certain changes in the educational policies, but having a great team with you allows you to navigate and come through any disruptions that puts you on your way. Starting to thank our Group MD and Regional Assistant Verifier, Mr. Salim. He's been a staunch support for us to navigate all these withering period in 2022. And you know, our branch manager, Global Sales and Operations, Deepika, even though she's not here with us, she's put up a great show, and she is a well-known figure among the students. And Ms. Najia, even currently, she is also away, but it's been a great team effort, and special thanks to my two little queens standing over there, and Ms. Winkle. I've known her, she's a student actress executive and executive support, followed by Ms. Zaira, who handles our operations and admin. Thank you so much, girls. I know we went through a lot in the last 2 weeks, but thanks for putting up with me, because you know, sometimes I'm a tough customer to handle when it comes to doing the best for my people. I would like to put that way, right? So why I'm saying this is because, you know, I recently read a beautiful quote, or let's say a beautiful lesson, which I think is the right guys to share with you all. Warren Buffett clearly says that, you know, you have to serve your customers in such a way that they don't find the need to go elsewhere. And not only that, secondly, he clearly re-emphasized that work in such a way, right? Work in such a way that other people, that is your team, your family, your community's success is dependent on your success and progress. Only when you put in that perspective, that is when a leader out of you is born. Leader is not a title, you know, it's not a title, it's an emotion. It's a hope that is given to you by the mandate of the people. Our customers and clients are the mandate, and we need to be honest and transparent with them to build better communities, better societies, and better leaders who can be the torch bearers of the future generation. Now, after my team, I have to thank my loving family, and I don't know where my wife is. I hope she's here. Yeah, all the way there. And thank you so much, Nafisa. You have been extremely understanding and supportive in the last few months and making me to be a very successful one. And to my loving kids, Halima, Fana, Tessa, Tasneem, and my prince, Salim Nahian, who is sitting quietly. He doesn't even know what his father is talking about, but still, when he grows up, I'll play him the video. And whatever I am today, guys, whatever I am today is purely because of the love and the prayers of my parents. I'm a firm believer of that, and I have my loving mother here, and my father is also being a keen supporter in my endeavors, in my advices on certain key areas when I have doubts. And when you have such loving parents, and when you have a mother who prays for you, that's all you need. I think the rest other becomes just easy. So I would like to thank them, and my brother, Sheikh Musa Qadri, my sister Hasina all the way from UK, and my brother-in-law, Atiq. Thank you so much, Atiq, for coming over. Thank you. And coming to give my final thanks, I would like to thank the hotel management, headed by Mr. Vijay Gopal and his accomplices, Victory, and your other colleagues. Thank you so much, guys. As I said, sometimes I can be a demanding taskmaster, but as I said, I just love my people. I just want to give the best to them and ensure that they have the bestest of experience. And let me also take this opportunity to thank my partners and associates, Dr. Mavis Yasare Bermudez from the Ghana Cardinal Group, for being a staunch supporter of Maverick and its programs in Ghana, being an authorized access point. And Dr. Mohammed Al-Sabag, sir, you are an icon for us in terms of how we look up to you and your expertise and the way you have guided the students to achieve their dreams. Thank you so much, Dr. Mohammed Al-Sabag. Thank you. And at this moment, I would also wholeheartedly thank my eminent pool of faculty, without whom this would not have been possible. Thanks to Mr. Mohsin, who is here, and a lot of our other online and global faculty, and even Dr. Abdul Wahid himself, who has been extremely supportive in terms of all the logistics that we had to deal, and similar with Kanika and even Dr. Professor Tufail, whose exemplary teaching skills will be witnessed by all of you when I share you guys the bonus note. Yeah, and with that, it's been a phenomenal experience staying and being with you all in this dais. I'm not too sure if I am that of worth in order to be in right sandwich between two global world of powerhouse of experiences, but I say I'm lucky and privileged to be here and to say thanks to all of you for reinvesting the trust in us. And as I always say, you have to, no matter what, give your best and just leave the rest. In terms of not giving up, as many leaders spoke here, you have to be clear in your thoughts. Most importantly, serve the people, serve humanity, and gotta be kind. Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the audience, for being here, and even my other brother who's come, Abu Sufyan, thank you for all the way for coming. And if I have forgotten anybody, please forgive me. Oh yes, I'll just take 2 minutes before winding up. And sorry guys, you're late, your legs are paining, I understand that, but just give me 2 minutes. Because this is something that I wanted to do. I didn't want to do it, but on this dais, in front of all of you, let me take this opportunity to just thank one man and one legend, without whom I don't think so, I would be having even 10% or 5% of success. Let's say he was also one of the main reasons for my early stages development. So allow me to please put your hands and welcome Mr. Jasser on stage for 2 minutes, please. He is my teacher from school during my Yemen times, and I don't find a better dais to just introduce him to this global panel, and we have some greatest of memories, being a child. He is someone who keeps pushing me by knowing my rebellious attitude. He knows me so well that when he says that you can't do it, that is when I really feel like, okay, I can do it. So, sir, thank you so much. Seeing your school teacher after 20 years and honoring them at least with the maximum that I can do, I think I'm really blessed. And thank you, Jasser, for taking our invitation and coming. You know, the only knowledge that I learned from him is still so fresh that I keep saying that to my children and to my students as well. Such was his teaching. Great man, great personality. Thank you, Jasser. Salute, and I will always remain your student. Hamesha. Thank you. So guys, with this, I'll take a leave, and thank you all so much for Heartfelt Business School and all the graduates, team members and distinguished guests. So my dear students, it's been a great journey with all of you, my doctoral candidates, and even our undergrad and postgrad. Thanks to Laura as well. She's been very, very supportive and cooperative. I would like to leave this on a note which I came across a very wise man when I was traveling in Switzerland in the train, because I have this habit of speaking to people and understanding what they do and see how we can connect to it. And that's when we were speaking about success and failure. He said, guys, success is not final and failure is not fatal. It's not fatal at all. What needs or what matters is your continuous, contagious passion to continue is what matters. So on that note, congratulations to all, and I will see you all soon in much more successful roles, and God bless you all. Thank you. God bless.